Hey guys, this is my second product, the Flintlock pistol. Well, the two versions of it. They're finally finished. They're available now, so in this video I'll basically just go over the price, how to purchase these, general information you need to know. Fully 3D printed out of PLA plastic. A very simple design, only 2 moving parts. Firstly, the trigger, which has an aluminum firing pin. Hopefully you can see that in there. And then the shell bump, which is how you eject the shells. It's just this bolt here. This version, the longer version, actually uses a TIPX barrel. So there is a paintball barrel inside there, just the stock standard TIPX barrel, which it won't be sold with because they're not sold in New Zealand, and to import them in will just drive the price up more. Rockstar Paintball and Tippmann Sports sells them for $30 US, I think. So what you'll need to do when you'll get it, because it'll basically come like this, well, this version will, without the barrel. By the barrel, put it in until it's about flush with the shell. Not too hard, because then the shell won't come out very easy, but not too soft, because then you'll get a poor seal. So when it's definitely touching with a little bit of force. Then what you'll need to do is get the ring that comes with it, put some super glue around the edges, and then slot it in and glue it in place like that. You won't ever need to take the barrel out. I mean, you can put a swab and squeegee through there and clean it, no problem. And then you're ready to shoot. Just put in the shell and fire away. This version has it's shorter, obviously. Very good for like a boot gun or concealable on the field, things like that. But also it has a 3D printed barrel, which is not too good for paint. I mean, it does work, but if you want to use it for paint, use a very solid round, or very tough round, I should say, and maybe sand out the barrel smooth or something like that. But what this is good for is the Airsoft players who just fill it up with BBs, and you know how the shells were actually designed for, because this will work fine for that. Or if you don't want to source the barrel and mess with that, you can just get the shorter version. The hammer or the cock or whatever this part is called, that's just cosmetic. It doesn't actually do anything because the firing pin is independent of that. This is exactly the same as this one apart from the barrel. So yeah, I'll probably sell it with a smaller bolt so you can actually remove this hammer, because it gets in the way of holsters and stuff like that. Well, I found anyway, or it just pushes the hammer back. Works very well in the Tiberius holster, which I used yesterday at the club day. Other than that, it's exactly the same. They'll all be serial numbered. As you can see, that's unit 2. And we have the first working unit here. There's a hole in the bottom, which has a space for, keychains, if you want to run a charm, or a sling mount. If you want to put it, you can just put the chain through there. That was just the afterthought idea, but has that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. The shells, they're a bit difficult to use, as I've found out. Well, not so much difficult, but if you want to use paint, it has to be a very loose fit in the shell, because if there's any resistance, it'll break the round. That's mainly because I ran these at 1200 psi, which is quite high. Or you'll use a first strike round, which apparently you need to file these out so it actually fits in there with the fins. But that would probably be the best thing for this. Or CO2. I'd recommend just getting a 20 ounce CO2, filling it up, and then you wouldn't need to refill it for like the next year. To fill these shells, you need to buy this adapter. There's videos on how to fill them, so I'm not going to be going over that. So yeah, just slots in there and you can fill it up. That's standard ASA thread, so I mean, you can connect it up to your HPA bottle or CO2 tank or whatever. Velocity wise, I think the highest I chronoed, this one was at 243 with round ball and 1100 psi HPA, which I mean is fine for what this is designed for. These markers are not designed to be better than anything or replace any primary markers out there. These are purely for dueling or like a last stand kind of thing, or a backup kind of gun. Don't expect to get 300 psi out of them. I mean, I've heard stories of people getting round balls shooting 290 feet per second out of these. So it can be done, but just the design with the gap here, efficiency wise, it's not perfect. That's just something you got to deal with. I think yesterday at the club day they were shooting close to 200 feet per second. I mean, which is fine for dueling at 20 paces away, or like when you're getting really close, or bunkering someone or something like that, and you don't want to hit them full force. So yeah, that's what they're intended for, pretty much. Price-wise, which is probably what everyone's still watching this for, the price is 180 New Zealand dollars, which same as the C96, have to be paid in New Zealand dollars through PayPal. I'll put my Facebook link in the description. You can flick me a message. If you've got any questions, just leave a comment, stuff like that. Which is about 125 US dollars for one of them. Same price for both. Or if you want a pair of them, 330 New Zealand dollars, so you get a bit of a discount there if you buy two. I'm still selling the C96s, so hit me up if you're after one of those. I'm still working on the Star Wars conversion kit, but there's not really much of a demand for that, so that's kind of in the background. I'll be doing a lot more with these shells, so there'll be more to come. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think I should change or improve on. But yeah, this is it.